Welcome to the Girl Six Podcast, presented by Auntie 314. I am your host, your girl, hookah girl, little sister, but you can call me Tam, and with our favorite guest here, O. So we're gonna get into this with O today. We're gonna ask him some questions. So for the people who might be getting familiar with you, who is O?
Oh shit, who is O? O is really Antonio. Feel me? That's my real name.
Okay.
And, O just come from some street shit. You know, since I've been a teen, people, you know how motherfuckers in the hood, they shorten your name.
Right.
So, you know, it beat the Antoines and the Anthonys and all of that, you know, so they just called me O. But they come from some street shit, but in the entertainment world, the promoter world, it just grew legs.
Okay. So how did you get started with this battle rapping?
Shit, even before battle rap, shit, I just go back, like, even, like, at school and shit, I was, like, the nigga who would have all the tapes, you know.
So you rapped?
No, I never rapped. I would rap the hottest shit that was out, but I never rapped. Like, that was not my thing.
Why? What was your passion? Like, you didn't want to do the rap because everybody was doing it, you feel, or you just felt like you want to be that outlet to promote others to?
No, probably, honestly, on some real shit, I probably figured from a personal image, I probably could have been a rapper, but I probably didn't want to get out there on the forefront like that. So that's probably really what it was. But like I said, I was just a nigga at school that was hip on all the hip hop. I'm talking about from out the gate, like my mom and them used to listen to shit like Curtis Blow and all of that shit, but my first real shit was like Ghetto Boys and shit, Bald Head Hoes and shit like that, like the early on shit.
The classic.
Yeah, so I was like the nigga, when niggas' mama wouldn't even let them listen to rap and shit, I was
that outlet.
They was always hip, so, you know, I always been in the hip hop game in some sort, you know what I mean? But I managed Kenny Knox. I don't know, the audience probably know, but I managed
Shout out to Kenny.
This like 03, 04. I managed him. That was like my interest into the game. So I owe a lot to Knox because we made like some huge strides out here in the local game, even beyond being local. You know, we had a universal deal on the table and shit. But when you don't really be having your ducks in a row and shit like that, and I'm talking about me, like, you know, like legit contracts, legit agreements and shit like that. Even if some shit would have jumped off, it probably would have been some issues with me getting mine. So
with all that being said, how did you come with the street status? And,
I was trying to tell you speed. You want me to host it? Because I hosted that and asked myself the questions. You hear me?
I'm going to go to different questions. I'm going to be coming back and forth. So,
like I said, with Knox, like I said, that was 03, 04. We going back and forth from New York trying to get the deal with Universal Inc. and shit. It really didn't take place. So I came back to the crib and I'm like, man, fuck all that. I need to do something for myself. And I'm a nigga that just be game playing. And so I went back and I had bought a camera. I bought a motherfucking Canon GL1 from my dude Kerm. Shout out Kerm. And I just went to a notebook and wrote down like 40 names and street status stuck out like a thumb because shit, it really was going on at that time. The streets was making me capable of getting any of this equipment and shit that I was gonna be, so street status, and I just wanted to be from a real standpoint, and that's how I made street status.
So what's the name of Knox single when y'all first did it?
Oh shit! Now you that's
you know you gotta go way back.
21 years, man. It was so much shit, and I'm talking about this way before Get Ghetto and shit. Get Ghetto. That's way down the line. When I met Knox, that nigga shit was in the He's putting the CDs in a plastic bag. And I was like, nah, man, we gotta put some covers on this shit, man. We gotta do it the right way. But I'm trying to think of I can't even think of the first album. That shit crazy. I can't even think of the first album. But the album was legendary, though.
Yeah. So when y'all started Street Status, did y'all have any competition? Who was y'all biggest competition now?
Oh, man, listen, when I started Street Status, because it was just a solo thing, it was a few, shout out to Red Hot DVD, they was doing their thing. It wasn't a competition thing, but Block DVD, though, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going way back. Block DVD, we used to be having a little friendly competition and shit. This MySpace days and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not be that old, but
I remember MySpace.
Okay. Yeah.
When you had to add the little music
But
and all that.
It was all friendly competition. It wasn't nothing that was crazy and you know.
No punchline, nothing like that.
But all the DVD niggas, they was my competition for sure.
Okay, now since you've been booking like battle rappers and stuff like that, who is your favorite top 5 and why?
Top 5, this shit.
Or you can give me top 3 if you,
Man, listen, I be trying to just really go with the St. Louis niggas. You heard me? That's
okay,
really
who's your top in St. Louis?
No, I'm talking about all the way around the board. I try to go with my St. Louis niggas.
Okay.
B Magic is definitely my all-time favorite battle rapper, period. You know what I'm saying? The Hitman, Verb, Ill. And I probably have to throw in like a K-Shine or something. Yeah.
Okay. Like now, speaking of Hitman and Verb, how you feel about this beef that's going on right now? Is it like publicity stunt or is it because, an album or something coming? What's going on?
Listen, I used to be invested in that shit, but I'm growing. I'm like 40. I'm about to be 48 in the fall. And I don't have no time to be even invested in that type of shit at all. You hear me? I don't let that shit take up no brain space of mine.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I might, all throughout the week, a motherfucker gonna ask me that same question.
Because the people want to know you think.
Me being in the content game for so long, you start realizing that when they start monetizing motherfuckers on that shit,
you get paid for it.
Exactly. So yeah. I don't really get caught in it. Unfortunately, what I didn't like was, though, the first time around, though, is they let a nigga like Whack 100 say he was gonna squash it. Like, how could you let a nigga from Queen
right out of town?
Like, shit like that is the only thing that they can go at it. I wouldn't even care. But just having a nigga like Whack 100 like mediate you niggas. And he's throwing little tricks and shit in there and, getting y'all to act certain ways. That part of it is very, very corny and I don't like that. Right. Because who is this nigga? This nigga ain't nobody.
Exactly.
St. Louis niggas. Not to say we don't fuck with Cali niggas, but Cali niggas don't. They wanted their cornerback where I'm from. Right, because they don't know nothing about home at all. Taking niggas yits and all of that when they come out here. And... only thing they left was the games. Them niggas don't even want to be nowhere around here. So that I had an issue with that. But other than that, I don't let that shit take them no brain space. It's entertainment, I guess.
Yeah. So why do you think the battle rappers stay underground independently? Like, if they make an album or something, why you think they don't sell? Is it a particular audience that they got to target, or is it just for in a city?
I don't think that battle rappers stay underground. For one, I don't think they have the budgets and the money to do all this miraculous shit that these industry niggas that you... Matter of fact, I don't think shit. I know that they don't have the money to do all the miraculous shit that these industry artists... They don't have budgets behind them. They don't have... One thing about battle rap, all that shit you see in battle rap, that's organic shit. These niggas on labels and shit, that shit is formulated. Yeah. Them people been doing that shit for years. They real business people when it come to that. Battle rap shit is really live, real clicks, real impressions, real views. It's no strategy behind this shit. Yeah. It's like the Wild Wild West. So as far as them being underground, they got a name. They just don't have the budgets. They just don't have the appeal, the appearance that these industry rappers have. You might have.
Now, do you think they market themselves enough so they can become big and people can listen to them more? Or
one thing about these niggas don't got no degrees in marketing. These niggas really don't know. They learning everything on the fly. So, like I said, they the boss. of their own brand. You know, they in charge of their marketing. So they don't know. They think that it's just an internet game. Half of these niggas, just say in St. Louis, right? I tell these niggas be like, I'm the king of St. Louis and battle rap. Yeah. I do these numbers, but you can't walk outside your house and the nigga know you.
Exactly.
So you have, you just playing a digital game. Nobody in the streets will say, yeah, such and such. It used to be like that back in the day when we first started, because niggas was like, you can touch them then,
right.
But now, people really, so yeah, they just don't really know how to, they don't got no degrees in marketing, and they just think that it's, whatever's working for them, they just continue with it, for sure.
Yeah. So for as all the battle rappers in St. Louis, we're going to just pick our city because it is our city worldwide or whatnot. What's your favorite line? Like, is it from an event, movie, whatever? Because I know mine's be like from a Lion King movie. Like, I'd be like, I won't be kind. I'm not sick in the head. Be your buddy. I'd rather be dead. So Mufasa type stuff.
Like I said, Magic my favorite, and this nigga got incredible quotables, but
It was one.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, because if I fuck it up, y'all can just go back on YouTube and steal it or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and put it on there. But I think he said, it's a Pacquiao line, but it give me chills every time. Every time I see it, I can't even think of that shit right now, though. I promise. It's a Pacquiao line, him versus SK, if I'm not mistaken.
I definitely ask him when I see him.
Listen, I will send Auntie 314. I will send her the clip, so yeah, I can just clip it up and put it right there. But the Pacquiao line for Beat Magic, that's my shit for sure.
Okay, in the city of St. Louis, what make you feel motivated with this battle rapping? Do you have the times of where you would say, dang, I don't feel like booking this person? Or is it because like their attitude? Is it the marketing? Or, because some of y'all men be having that pride and be like saying X, Y, and Z, and then it be a whole nother can of worms open and stuff. So
my main motivation with battle rappers is never been financial. I've been in the red like a 9 Deuce Inglewood family gang fucking with this shit. That's how in the red I am with booking events. I would say my thing is really just to give these people in St. Louis, give these artists an outlet. That really was my motivation. You know what I'm saying? I'm for sure, I done kept a lot of niggas out of jail fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? Like a nigga had this craft, had this culture to rely on. He might not go rob a motherfucker. He might not go try to flip no work. He might not go commit an assault on a motherfucker because he got that, on his brain a lot of the time. That's my main thing. I just was trying to get niggas an outlet because me coming up, I ain't have no outlet. Like that, so that's my main motivation. But now to this day though, I don't think I think these new waves of battle MCs, I think they like heavily entitled. They think that the same shit that happened for like the Verbs and the HitMans and the Magic, they think them niggas, I'm not saying that they didn't work, but when people like them, it was green, it was up. Now you gotta work like 20 times as hard to really get your name out there.
Yeah, because everything is not just social media. You gotta do the footwork. It's
a million battle rappers right now.
Right.
At this time. Right now, it's probably 40 active battle rappers in St. Louis for sure. I would say 40 of them. Yeah, I would say 40 of them.
I didn't know that many either.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you think that the battle rapping scene in St. Louis is dead, or you just think it's
dead if I don't do nothing? I've been the most consistent since 2008. What's that, 17 years? So it's dead if I don't do nothing. So, if I'm not throwing the event, if I'm not putting niggas on my channel, if I'm not putting you on my social media channels, then it might be dead. It might be dead for certain individuals that can't go outside of me to build their brand, but yeah. Now,
when they do you help them out like with going out of town, like trips and stuff, or?
Oh yeah. What?
Like do some kind of.
Hell yeah. I've helped the nigga in battle rap do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my own dime. I've paid for niggas to go to different cities. Gave niggas a bed to lay in, you know what I mean? Like room, board, the whole nine. So hell yeah, I've gave niggas their first check. Like even with the Verbs and the Hitmans and all them niggas, I was a nigga that Midwest miles. It take a nigga from Detroit to be the nigga that give me my props every single time of me being the first nigga. Now mind you, this nigga was on Smack years before I booked him. And that nigga always say, man, O was the first nigga to ever pay me for a battle. So I can't even remember how many niggas I
did you ever work with Smack?
Yeah, I worked with Smack. But I don't think them niggas appreciate niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't think them niggas value.
Is it because from the city that you from? Because they always think one crab and barrel wet? Or
I think with New York niggas, they just got this attitude. And I don't think they, like St. Louis niggas ain't going for it. You know what I mean? Right. They ain't going. I don't like, we up here going against our motherfucking people. Like on the road, it's St. Louis everything. Right. But when we in the city, you already know we got like a little fucked up mentality against each other. So we That's already true. Going against it. Like we sharpening each other so no outside niggas can't. But really what I think with URL and Smack is, it's like they got the opportunity to put niggas on like nationally. You know what I'm saying? And they was giving niggas $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a battle. So the niggas at the crib, like, they ain't really seeing their value at that time. They seeing their value in their booking. Right. So them niggas never value, well, put it like this, them niggas value it. They just ain't gonna let you know how much they value it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let the city know. But I work with Smack, Beasley, Chico, Noah, shout out to Noah. He don't fuck with them no more, but he actually sued them niggas for a little bag. So why? Undisclosed amount of money, you know what I'm saying? But he was a nigga he was a nigga that said, hey Smack, these St. Louis niggas is down here doing they shit. We need to book some of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And he is no longer with them. So if it wasn't for Norbs, the URL part of it, wouldn't, you know, the Verb, the Hitman, and all that shit, it wouldn't be like that. So shout out to Norbs. I fuck with him.
What you have upcoming? Do you have any battle rappers coming up, or you got events?
Every day, like I got a group on Facebook and shit, St. Louis, Street Status Business. Okay. And we always in there talking shit. So it haven't been an event of mine since I think April, May last year.
So is it because you started this thing with Powerhouse Studios? Tell us a little more about that.
You moving so fast. I promise you moving fast. You gotta slow down. You nervous? Oh, you nervous? Listen. You got plenty more interviews to come.
No, I'm just saying the questions that come to my mind now.
No, I mean, this is all good. Powerhouse Studios came because I've been doing marketing. You know, when you're in event promotions, you start to think like, damn, I really been doing this shit for about 20 years. So in 2021, 2022, I went to STLCC, got a certification in digital marketing, and I've been kind of working with a lot of brands, you know, period. And Powerhouse Studios, they brought me on as, you know, the head of marketing, and then I ended up getting a partnership in the studio. So shout out to Twan, shout out to H, that's over in the Central West End. It's a great studio too, by the way.
Oh, cool. So you want to tell the location where if they need to come book you, or
right. Follow Powerhouse STL on Instagram, Powerhouse Studios on Instagram. I guess you can put all that on the screen or some shit like that. But the best bookings, the best rates in the city. Okay. For the quality of equipment that we have, for sure. Okay.
Now also, anything if they need to book you for some battle raps or something where they can find you at and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Street Status on Instagram, Old Weston on Facebook. It's a Street Status page on Facebook. You can just send me a DM. I'm very easy to work with. I ain't one of them type of niggas.
And also about T-Rex. What you think of that person?
What I think
How
of
did
T-Rex?
Yeah, and how did you get the chance to work with him?
I never worked with T-Rex. I've met him multiple times, but T-Rex cool.
Yeah, because it was an incident that was floating around. He had a seizure, and some people thought it was fake, but
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
if
think
it is
it's fake.
I wouldn't play with nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I just stated before, the internet part of it.
Yeah.
I don't really got no time for that. If the nigga was faking, he got to deal with that. He gotta lay in his bed every night and like, damn, I didn't fake the whole seizure. With, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Epilepsy, that shit ain't nothing.
Yeah,
to
that's
play
nothing
with,
to play
you know
with.
what
Because
mean?
I have a youngest son that got.
That's nothing to
Yeah.
do any of that. So if the nigga was faking, that's on him. But I wouldn't even think that he was, faking no shit like that.
Yeah. So what kind of advice would you have for the youth, your haters, your fans, whatever you may call them? What kind of advice would you have? Good or bad, doesn't matter.
Oh shit! I mean, I think being real is it's a lost art, and I think people would get kind of like swayed and by all of this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really separate your real life from that phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got an iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
Know if that motherfucker send you updates like, well, you did like 6 hours on the internet this week. Try to trim that to 3. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk.
Well, thank you so much for coming out. Oh, this was a great interview from you. But like I said, you got to check him out on social media. Follow him if y'all need any bookings. And this is your host, Lil Sis Tukas, on the Girl 6 podcast on the Girl 6 network. Also follow Auntie 314.